Hi, welcome to Pivot Simply podcast with Mitlesh, where we learn to pivot in our lives, align with ourselves, regain our power, and propel with the right intentions. What if I tell you that everything in life is neutral until we give a meaning to it? Until we compare it and how we see our challenges, that's when we add a meaning to it. Otherwise, every experience in life is neutral. And the moment you have a positive mindset and you use the comparison to inspire yourself, if you look at successful people who are doing well, and then you use it for your inspiration, you open an opportunity for you. And that is where we speak about the law of relativity. And what this law of relativity is all about, that everything in our life is neutral. It becomes real only when we compare it with something. So it is all about our perspective. When we are going through a challenging time, it is always an opportunity. But it all depends upon our own thinking process. So if you are going through a challenging time and you see it as a challenge, it remains as a challenge. If you see it as an opportunity, if you see someone else has solved that problem, you feel inspired by it, and then you move towards resolving that problem and create greater success for you. That's how it becomes. So the same experience, same event can have two different meanings for two different individuals. And it all depends upon your own mindset and your perspective. So now let's talk about 3 different ways that you can implement this law of relativity in your own life. Number 1 is about reframe your challenges as opportunities. So every time you fall down, every time you feel a setback, and you reframe your thought and you see it as an opportunity, you would come back as stronger. So that is your number 1 point. It's all about reframing your challenges into opportunities. And number 2 is about using comparison as a tool to grow yourself, not to self-sabotage yourself. So the moment you see someone else is doing something and you see it as an opportunity for you to learn, to inspire yourself, you would end up creating success for you. But if you compare yourself in a negative way, you would self-sabotage yourself. So when you see someone else is creating success, feel inspired, learn from their actions, and that's how you create actions for yourself. Number 3 is about shifting your perspective about that experience. So the moment you face a setback, a challenge, you got to be shifting your perspective around it. Instead of feeling like I am facing this challenge, you must be thinking about how can I shift my perspective around it? How can I turn this around in my favor? And that is how every time when you face challenge, when you have any setback, you would always bounce back and you would end up making your spirit stronger. You would end up becoming more resilient and more powerful. What are you facing right now that you can turn around? Do comment below. Do let me know that where are you in your life right now and what are you going to turn around in your life.